is recorded. You need to fill the attendance in order for you to get access to the recording. Like I said, this session is going to be 1 hour, maximum 1 hour 30 minutes, ridiculously 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm going to be sharing some things that you can start to implement today. So you need access to the materials, to the video that you can start to implement today. Like I said at the start, it's going to be practical. You need the recording and the material for you to start to use these things, okay? So please fill the attendance form in the chat. All right, my colleague is dropping the Andari Growth, is dropping the attendance form in the chat. Please ensure you fill the form so you get access to the material, the recording, and all that. Okay, so these are the 4 things we're going to talk about in the next 15 minutes, okay? Career change. Ready for your career change. Learn how to switch to tech with ease. Not with gra-gra, not with force, with ease. Something you can actually do, within the next 2 months, within the next couple of weeks, you can actually achieve it. And I'm going to show you people that have done these things. All right, people like yourself currently. Okay, and if you have a doubt, don't worry. I'm going to do well to help you see reasons why you need to start today. All right. Number 2, the pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job. That's the second thing we're going to talk about. The third thing is the Andari Work Experience Program. Now, if you're still puzzled as to how you're going to get experience without a job, don't worry. I'm going to explain everything to you. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the special offer for people that wait till the end of the session. So this is the reason why you need to fill the attendance, okay? You have a special offer for you if you wait till the end of the session, and you also get access to the material. So please fill the attendance. All right, so what are we doing today? These are the 4 things we're talking about in today's session. And this is me, if you remember April, all right? So, like I said earlier, I'm not coming from a technical background. I studied economics in university. I studied economics at Leeds City University in Ibadan. After finishing university, I got a job, an internship, okay, with one of the consulting companies in Nigeria, in Lagos, okay? It was in Yaba. And I did that for about 4 years. Before, I made a conscious effort of transitioning into the tech space. So you see, I'm coming from a non-technical background, okay? So I studied economics in school, which has nothing to do with tech. I also worked as a management consultant, which has nothing to do with tech, okay? And eventually I was able to transition into the role of, into the tech space. And it took me 2 years. It actually took me solid 2 years to get a job in the tech space. Now, the question I asked myself when I got this job was simple. Why did it take me 2 years to get a job? This job I'm doing today, the job I was doing at the time, I was actually angry with myself. And I was asking myself, why did it take me 2 years to get a job? 2 years to get this job, all right? And guess what, on the job, why I was asking that question was simple. The job, the only thing I needed for that job was Microsoft Excel, all right? So I've spent months and years learning Python, machine learning, learning, all the MongoDBs, SQL, no SQL. I've spent so much time learning, all right? But you see, that's exactly where the issue was. I was learning, and I ignored the thing, the most that I needed in order for me to get a job. So it took me 2 years. And you see, that's what really led us to, led me to start the businesses that I run today. Okay, so the first company that we founded was Tenalytics. So Tenalytics started 5 years ago, and we've helped a ton of people transition into the tech space. So what it took me 2 years, I've gone ahead to make it simpler and make it easier for people to actually transition into the tech space. So I see a lot of my mentees now transitioning within 2 months, within 3 months, some of them within a month, depending on their past experience. So you see a lot of people transitioning way faster and more efficiently than I did. And that's because of the fact that, I took 2 years. It took me 2 years. Well, it shouldn't take you 2 years also. It shouldn't, all right? And that's the reason why I've started Andari also. And you see, combined together, helping people transition in the tech space. I've helped well over 2,500 people, literally across the world, transition from non-technical background to getting their first job in the tech space. Now, I'm pretty sure some people will be like, these people have come again. I'll show you proof. I'll show you proof of actual human beings, okay, that will share their own personal experience coming through Andari that have actually gotten jobs, okay, through what we're going to explain to you today. So you see, the information you're getting here today, it might come off as free, all right? But trust me, this is a wealth of experience. This is over 10 years of my life. I'm sort of cramming together or, forcing together into an hour session. So what took me 10 years to actually learn, I'm actually squeezing it, I'm putting it into 1 hour session so that you can learn from it. What took me 2 years shouldn't take you 2 years also. It should take you really lesser. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So my experience, I've worked really across different industries, okay? Telecommunication, financial services, logistics, supply chain, entertainment, medical technology, to edutech, to fintech, and so on and so forth, okay? I've been in a position to lead, technical teams within the UK, within Ireland, within the US. I'm currently based in Canada and also within Canada. So currently what I do at the moment is more data consulting, so data science consulting and also data analytics consulting, and a little bit of AI here and there, implementing AI for some startups here in Canada, all right? So that's my experience anyways, okay? So enough about this guy that is talking, okay? Enough about me, okay? So let's go straight into what we're talking about in today's session. Let's talk about this. I'm trying to keep the time so I don't keep you guys on the call for too long, okay? So before we explore the steps to take to having a successful career change. So the goal for you is to have a successful career change. That's the goal. That's what you want to achieve. At the end of this session, you want to know practically, how do I career change? How do I move from the career I have today to the career of my choice? All right. So you see, when you're on the train, you're in London, all right, and you stop at, what's the name of this train station again? The very busy one. I forgot to London. Anyways, you got anywhere you're going to, either you're taking a bus or you're taking a train, all right? There's this smooth transition, okay? So when you get to the first train stop, okay, you come down from the train and you have to take another 5 minutes walk to the next maybe train stop or the next stop, essentially. And you see the timing is usually very accurate. Sometimes, I would say 80% of the time is usually very accurate. Okay, you get to the next stop and you see your bus, your train is arriving and you enter. There's a smooth transitioning from one destination to the other, from one location to the other location, all right, from one stop to the other stop. There's this smooth transitioning, all right? So how can you achieve that also within the tech space? Now, bear in mind, let me tell you something about myself again, okay? So the first job I did was data analytics, okay? But I also moved into data science. I also moved into data engineering. I also moved into power platform development, okay? And, and so many other career paths. Like I said, I'm doing AI today. I never used to do AI before. So how have I moved from one career to the other successfully, all right? How can you do the same thing, okay? So how can you move from your non-technical career path into the career path, the technical career path you're looking for? But first, before we explore that, that's the reason why I'm saying this. Before we explore that critical part, we also need to know the reason why you find it difficult to change, because you can only change the things that you know. All right, you can't change the things you don't know. All right, so if your car currently is not working, all right, and the only thing that you know to change is the battery. The car is, you come up in the morning and you try to start your car, and the only thing that comes to your mind is the battery low? All right, but that's the maximum, That's the maximum, Well, you find out that it's actually not the battery that is at fault. Maybe the plug. Something's wrong with the plug, and the plug is not receiving enough energy, blah, blah, blah. And that's the reason why your car is not starting. So you see, we also need to know the reason why you're struggling at the moment. And I'll explore the common reasons why we struggle to career change. Okay? Now, this is you. And I'll say this, you're not the only person having this particular challenge today. You're not the only person. I was also there. I was there also. So I'm speaking from my own personal experience. And I'll say this, over 80% of people struggle to get jobs abroad. So you've immigrated, you've left Nigeria, you've left Ghana, you've left Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, you've left Ethiopia, and now you are in the UK, you're in Ireland, you're in Canada, you're in the US, all right? 80% of these people that find themselves in this country, either first generation, second generation, whatever you call yourself, 80% of these people struggle to get a job. Do you understand? Now, the reason why, that's the puzzling question. Why? Why do Africans, well, why do people that immigrate find it difficult to get a job? I would explain it to you very quickly. Number one is over reliance on degrees and certificates. Over reliance on degrees and certificates. You see, a lot of people that you'll find today, if they're looking for a job, they lay so much emphasis, okay? They lay so much emphasis on their degrees and certificates. Oh, I just completed my master's. Oh, I'm currently working on this certification. Oh, I'm currently doing this. Oh, I'm currently doing that. Oh, I'm currently taking a course. So I'm currently, that's the only thing they put forward every single time. And you see, the job market today doesn't really care. I have a master's in data analytics and science, and I'll tell you this, not a single organization has requested for my master's certificate. Not a single one has requested that, okay, send me a scanned copy of the certificate. Now, you won't believe me until you get a job. And you'll not be wondering that, oh, if you may actually said this, all right? And I'll still show you some people that have gone through our program and the things that they've been able to achieve, okay? So number one was over-reliance on degrees and certificates. I have a certificate, or I have a master's, or I have this, or I have that. And that's the only thing they can get to pull forward every single time. And the next thing is, work experience. So a lot of people are looking for work experience that they go to take menial job as work experience. So I work in the warehouse. When I go to Ireland, the time I went to Ireland, when I relocated initially, I relocated to Ireland. So a lot of people that I met were telling me, if you need to show recruiters that you can work in Ireland. You need to show that you can work with other people in the country. So what did I go and do? I went to go and get the job in the warehouse because they told me that, yes, those are the kind of things that they want to see on my CV. So I went to work in the warehouse and I put it on my CV that I was currently working in the warehouse in Ireland, all in the name of work experience, okay? And that was a big mistake. It took me almost 3 months of application before I realized why I was getting so much rejection emails. Just that simple thing I added to my CV, all right, which is, I went and put warehouse operative, okay? I changed it to logistics operative, and all that, but the job description was still warehouse description. Do you understand? So you see, that was one of the major reasons why I got a lot of rejection. And that's why some people actually get rejection. On your CV, you have care worker, but you're applying for a project management role. On your CV, you have customer service representative, or you're applying for cybersecurity roles. On your CV, you have some mediocre career, some menial job experience. But because it's in the UK, you put it on your CV to show people that you are currently working in the UK. That's the reason why you're getting rejection emails. All right? The next thing is downplaying on your past experience. So a lot of people are coming outside the country and they're moving to the UK or moving anywhere in the world, okay? Downplay on their experience. I'm coming from Nigeria. Most people, even when I left, I didn't feel like my experience was quality enough. I didn't feel like it was quality enough. I didn't feel like I could talk about the things I did in Nigeria and they would resonate with it. I never felt that was possible. I honestly felt that was not possible. All right? But you see, when I got the job and I was wondering why it took me 2 years to get the job, and I was using only Excel, okay, in the office. And I figured out that the Excel that I was using in the office at the time was the same Excel I'd been learning for the past 2 years. Literally, it's the same Excel. It's not different. The Excel in UK is the same Excel they're using in Nigeria. The same Power BI, there's the same Power BI they're using in Canada, US, literally across the world. So you're in cybersecurity, you would have heard of Splunk, the same tool, okay? Splunk. It's the same Splunk they're using globally. It's the same thing. It's not changing. It's not based on the geographical location, all right? So what about technology? Jira, Trello, business analyst technologies, cybersecurity technologies is the same thing across the world. So you see, the moment you start to downplay on your past experience, that's exactly where a lot of people struggle again. The next thing is poor CV and LinkedIn format. Now, this one, I would say 90% of people that are applying for jobs today have bad CVs. Have what? Very terrible CV. So you see I work with a lot of people looking at transitioning into the tech space. And the first thing I usually would ask them is, let me see your CV. Can I take a look at your CV? All right. And I'll see so many unnecessary stuff. Okay. So many unnecessary stuff. and so many things that shouldn't be there in the first place are there. I think, for example, let me just keep it simple. On your CV, there are only 5 things that are important. There are only 5 things that are very important on your CV. In fact, I remove one, make it 4. All right. Number 1 is your core skills. Number 2 is your technical skills. Number 3 is your professional experience. And number 4 is relevant projects that you worked on. Projects, internship, whatever it is. Those are the 4 things that are the most important things that you have in your CV. So you see, the way you structure your CV is also very important. If you have your education at the top of your CV, it basically shows that you are a beginner and you are trying to put your education forward first. That, okay, I have a master's. That's the only thing I can tell you that relates to the career, okay? That's the only thing I can relate. That is the best thing I can relate to say that this is the reason why you should give me the job, all right? If you put your education as the first thing on your CV, that's what it depicts, okay? So you see, the way you arrange your CV is also very important. Your core skills, your technical skills, your professional experience. Now, your professional experience, the way you write it also matters significantly. So long story short, people's CV is actually very terrible, all right? Now, just to keep it short, to wrap up on CV, if today you apply for 10 jobs and you get 10 rejection emails or nobody reaches out to you, all right, it means you have a bad CV. It's just long story short. That's the long story short. If today you apply for jobs and you're constantly getting rejected, just know that you don't have a good CV. That's what it means, okay? The next thing is lack of focus, okay? So you see a lot of people moving from one career path to the other career path, okay? So they start today, project management. A friend of theirs got a job as a business analyst. They moved to business analyst. Another friend of theirs got a job as a DevOps engineer. They moved into DevOps. Another friend of theirs got a job as this. They're moving to that next career. So you see, the career path they started with 3 months ago has changed significantly in the last 3 months. They've gone into DevOps, they've gone into cybersecurity, they've gone into SOC, they've gone into GRC, they've done all the career paths. In fact, they can tell you a bit of each of these career paths. So lack of focus. Because you're desperate, you start to try your hand on so many things to see if it works. Okay, let me try as many career paths as possible, and eventually one will stick. So try and error. And that's where you see a lot of people making mistakes significantly. Now, the next thing is poor interviewing skills. Now, in this stage of my career, we have got into, I tend to lead several of the teams I get to work with. And we conduct quite a number of interviews, to bring in people into the roles, new roles, and all that. And I interview quite a number of immigrants, okay? Quite a number of immigrants because of the kind of network, the way I post, and all that. And I get to see that people are actually not very good at the interviewing. People actually, from this, I know that 90% of people actually freestyle during interview process. People actually freestyle the interview process in the sense that whenever they go for an interview, tell me about yourself. Okay? How do you answer that question? Do you freestyle the answer? Do you just talk about your past experiences and that's the end? No. That's where a lot of people are missing it out. Okay? If I ask you questions like, tell me about a time you have done XYZ before in your past work or in your past experience, how do you answer these questions? It matters significantly. Okay, so you see, poor interview skills is another reason why a lot of people are missing out on job opportunities. And the last one is no relevant work reference. No relevant work reference. So you say you are a data analyst. Okay, can I, let me send a reference to your past employer. But you see, there's nobody that can stand in for you. Nobody's standing in for you because you don't have anybody. You're not doing data analytics in that organization. So it's difficult for you to use them as work reference. So people are stuck. I need work reference in order for me to get a better job. Where do I get this work reference? That's exactly where a lot of people are also stuck. So you see, these are 7 of the major reasons why a lot of people struggle to get a job. Over reliance on their degrees and certificates, UK experience, work experience, downplaying on your past experience, having a terrible CV or LinkedIn profile, lack of focus, poor interviewing skills, and last but not the least, no relevant work experience program. Now, if I've hit the point here, give me a 1 in the chat. If I've hit the point, if you've seen the reasons why you currently might not be able to get a job, put a 1 in the chat. If I've, let me see people are following me. Let me see the people that are following me. Let's go. I want interaction so that we can all be on the same page. Awesome. All right. So these are the 7 things that actually hindered me. Okay. So when I was talking about my 2 years experience of trying to get a job, these were the things that hindered me. All right. These are the major things that hindered me also. So let's move on. Okay. So now, before I tell you the success, before I tell you what things you need to do today, I'll show you some success stories from people that have gone through Amdari, okay, and they've gone on to getting a job. Now, you can obviously you can click here to connect to Francis. This is an actual person. This is not AI generated. Okay, so you see, Francis currently, this is his work experience. This is what we call the work experience program I spoke to you about. So you see, project management consultant with Amdari, Alberta, Canada, remote. It could actually be Alberta or it could be the UK, depending on your personal preference. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. All right. And you see this guy is coming from a different experience. So he's coming from Two Sisters Food Group, QA, quality assurance, which has nothing to do with project management. Okay. Has nothing to do with project management. But this guy just recently got a job offer. All right. And currently got a job offer with Deloitte in UK. All right, so you can see it here. 1 year, I just got a job from Deloitte. I just got a call from Deloitte that the interview was successful, starting onboarding in August, that's this month. To God be the glory. And just like this is, conversation between himself and one of the specialists within the team, one of the specialists that will get to work with you. Okay, so you see, Francis got a job with Deloitte UK, and he's still currently in the program. He has not completed the program, and this is part of the things I was saying earlier. That because it took me 2 years, all right, shouldn't mean it should take you 2 years. And this is it here. So you can click here to listen to Francis. I don't think we have that time, okay, but let me just play a snip bit of it. This is a phone call. This is a call with one of our specialists, okay? One of our co-founders. So let me just quickly play this in a few seconds, okay? So you can listen to what Francis has to say. It's not going to take too much time. I'm not going to take too much time. This is just going to be very quick, very quick.
I love the fact that you've been able to achieve one of the major reasons, one of the major goals that made you sign up for Amdari, which is landing a job, and you're going to get to land a job with Deloitte, a project management role with Deloitte. So congratulations once again, Mr. Francis. Yeah, so before Amdari, what was the biggest challenge you faced in your job search, especially breaking into tech and landing that first role?
Let me go by your question structure. First and foremost, before Amdari, it majored my quest for upskilling on academics, and so within that period, I was really not interested in getting the hands-on until that has been completed. So I wouldn't really, say I had much of a challenge, but rather an upskilling purpose and intentions. And that's the reason why I decided to join Amdari, because I needed to have a feel of a good hands-on experience and exposure as well. Just getting myself ready for the industry challenge and trends. The interning experience has been very excellent. Joining the team gave me a chance to work with the teammates, cross-functional teams, as we would always call it, on real business problems. And honestly, it was not just managing timelines and tasks. It was about learning to coordinate people, prioritize goals, and also.
All right. So, the talk is going to be there for you to watch. Okay. And these are the part of the reasons why I said you should fill the form. So my colleagues are dropping the attendance form. So you can actually click on this and watch it at your time. Okay. You can actually listen to these people People are not coming from any technical background, and they are able to transition into the tech space with ease. Those are the things that we're going to be exploring today. So, and that's not all. You see, we have a lot of proof. Okay. So you see, this is another person. Good morning, Amina. With the way you revamped my CV, I got a job offer of £50,000 yesterday. Although I'm turning down the offer because it's a 6-hour drive from London. Thank you for what you have done so far. Wow. And this is the discussion. So the person got an offer, compliance analyst, within the UK. So if you're in GRC or you have somebody in GRC, this is one of the people that actually got a job. This is another person, a business analyst in the UK. All right, doing the work experience program. You can see here, hi, Amina. My name is Larry from Andari. I just got a secondment role as a business analyst within the data analytics team, and all that. You see, this is Mohammed. This is another person saying, this is Faisha. You're saying that I got a job as a data scientist in the UK, and these people are still taking the work experience program. They are still in the work experience program. Now, this is Vivian also. Vivian also got a job as a business data analyst in the UK. All right. So you see, this is the email she sent to me. She said, "Hi, Femena, I trust you're doing good. I trust you're doing great. I come to you with delightful news. I interviewed with 3 companies and was made an offer by all 3 companies: PwC, Asset Risk Consultant, and Bank Julius Baer. I'm sticking with Bank Julius Baer as a business data analyst. The pay is great and it comes with great benefits." So you see, people are getting 3 offers. People are getting offers. And this is just a snippet. This is not all the interns. This is not all the people that have gotten jobs with going through our work experience program. All right. So like I said earlier, because it took me 2 years, shouldn't mean it should take you the same time. All right. So now the key question here is, how many things do you think you need to get a job? Now let's break it down. The reason why, when I started this session, I started with telling you I wanted to talk to, the way I created the session, the way I, thought about how I would deliver the session. I felt like, okay, let me talk to myself, like when I was about starting, okay, looking at getting a job. That's the top person that I had in my head, when I was preparing for today's session. How many things do you think? This is the reason why I said, do you think? All right. So you need to answer this question yourself. How many things do you think you need to get a job? So you see a lot of people, I'm talking to people, oh, I need to go and do a certification. I need to go and do AWS certification. I need to go and do IBA, business analysis certification. I need to go and do PMP. I need to go and do this one. I need to go and do that. So you see, when you list out the things that you need, then you can clearly know which one is important and the ones that are not so important. Okay, now let me break it down for you. Okay, let me break it down for you. There are only 2 things you need. Only 2 things. Only 2. Nothing more than 2. We're talking about the tech space now. Okay? There are only 2 things that you need in order for you to get a job. In today's job market, there are only 2 things that you need. Can anybody guess these 2 things? I have a gift for you if you're able to get these 2 things. If you're able to get these 2 things, I have a gift for you. I have an offer for you. I have an offer for you. If you're able to guess this, I have a special offer. Okay, I have my notes here. I'm going to be taking down your name. So these 2 things that you need, if you can guess, if you can tell me the things. Suleiman Yusuf, the first answer is the correct answer. Oh, let's go. Suleiman Yusuf. That's just very quick and very interesting. Okay, Suleiman Yusuf. Suleiman Yusuf. Okay, so I'm taking out your name, Suleiman Yusuf, double F actually. Okay, so the man you see, you're absolutely correct. The 2 things that you need to get a job in today's job market is skills and experience. Skills and experience. So let's start with skills. Let's break it down. The skills that you need today that guarantees that you get a job. Okay, that guarantees ease of transitioning. So remember what we said, transition with ease. Get a job with ease. That's exactly where this skills comes in play. Okay, so we're looking at data analytics, we're looking at data science, we're looking at data engineering, we're looking at business analysis, we're looking at cybersecurity. Under cybersecurity, we have SOC analyst, we have GRC analyst, we have ethical hackers and penetration testers. And last but not the least, we have project management. So these are the 8 career paths that guarantees ease of transitioning: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC analyst, GRC, ethical hacking, and that's it. Okay? So these are the skills that you need to learn. And I'm pretty sure most of you will be asking a question, why? Everybody I know is doing data analytics. Everybody I know is learning cybersecurity. Everybody I know is learning, but they don't have a job. That's fine. That's okay. And that's why I say you need only two things: skills and experience. Experience is the second thing that you need in order for you to get a job in today's job market. Experience is the one thing that you need the most. So you see, majority of the roles that are coming out today, majority of the roles that are coming out in today's job market, majority of them require you to have experience. Experience in 5 years experience using, 2 years experience using, all right, or 3 years experience in a similar role. Do you understand? These are the things that have hindered quite a number of people from getting a job. So two things that you need in order for you to get a job in today's job market is, number one, the skills. And number two is your experience. Not just random experience, not that you work as a mechanic, not that experience that you work as a mechanic, you want to use it to get a job as a data engineer. It doesn't make sense. That kind of engineering, they're not the same engineering. So relevant work experience, okay? That's exactly what we're looking for. Now, even take a look at this, and this is the statistics that came out, last year, okay? That was looking at all entry-level roles that were posted. Entry-level roles in the sense that these are designed for people that just finished university. So you're 18, you're 19, you're 20, 21, whatever your age is. You're just like finishing university. You're looking at getting into the job market. Entry-level roles. And they got to see that majority of the entry-level roles, 20% of them required you to have at least 22 years of experience. Imagine you just finishing university as a fresh graduate, 20, 21-year-old graduate, and you're seeing that the minimum experience that you need to get a job in the market today is 2 years. All right? 36% of the jobs that are posted had at least 1 year of experience. You need at least 1 year of experience. All right? So 23% was at least 6 months. 8% of the jobs were at least 3 years. So you see, experience is the main thing that drives any career change that we're looking for. Now, let me digress a little bit. Let me tell you a little story, okay? So you see, I told you about my, inability to get a job for 2 years before I eventually was able to get mine. And you see, I said I was doing this interview, okay? The reason why, the reason why it's so interesting, what I'm going to say. I was doing the interview. During the interview, they were looking for a business systems analyst, a BI developer. Let me just put it down. A business intelligence developer. All right. So they had reports. They had reports in Excel. They had reports in Power BI. They were looking at moving the reports that they had in Excel. They were looking at moving the reports in Excel to Power BI. Okay. So they needed somebody that was good with Excel and somebody that was good with Power BI to be able to make these changes. Okay. So during the interview, the man was asking the question, if you can you, what projects have you worked on? Can I see some of the projects you worked on? So, as I was talking, something just said I should tell the man, I can't share the organizations that I worked with. I can't share the dashboard because it contains, what they call private information, company specific information. I couldn't share during the interview. And the guy was like, okay, just share any project you worked on. Like if there's any dashboard you worked on, anything. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. I have an Arsenal dashboard. This Arsenal dashboard is still on my LinkedIn till today. All right. So if you scroll down long enough, you'll see the dashboard I use in getting that job. And it was an Arsenal dashboard. Arsenal, like the football club. Okay. So I used to be a very big fan of Arsenal. So I went on, I went on Google to see, anywhere I could get like live the history of Arsenal's performance in the EPL. And that's what I did. I got the data from the websites and I took it into Power BI and I designed like a mini dashboard to track Arsenal's performance from inception till the current day. Okay. And you see, when I presented this was when I was in Ireland. I presented this during the call. And that honestly was what gave me the job. All right. Nothing based on my experience. Nothing based on my actual work experience. but on something I did out of fun. Something I did out of fun, something I did out of just excitement, just something I did in my room by myself. I was bored and I was learning. As I was learning, I wanted to put into practice what I learned. And I built an Arsenal dashboard. And that Arsenal dashboard was what got me my first job. Okay? And you see, that's why I was questioning it. Can you remember? That's why I was questioning that, why did it take me 2 years to get this job? Why did it take, those are the things that I had in mind. So you see, the only two things that you need to have into this job experience, job market is skills and experience. So if you men are you sure about the skills? Okay. I'm pretty sure some of you are saying that, everybody that is doing tech, anybody that is having a session is talking about transitioning into tech, is talking about data analytics, data science. I don't know how they got their own. Okay. I'll tell you the reasons why we stuck to this career path. Okay. Very simple. Now, focus on acquiring skills and experience in the career path that guarantees you a job. Focus on acquiring what? Skills, experience in the career path that guarantees you a job. Now, if you are enjoying yourself, you need to fill the attendance form so that you can get access to the recording. We are almost heading towards the tail end of the session, okay? So you want to fill the form to get access to the recording, and you can download these things I'm talking about. So one of the things that you're going to be getting access to is the future of job reports. The future of jobs report. So now if I click on this, it's going to open up in our browser. I'm going to open it up in our browser, and this is the report here. This is the report here. Okay. So you see, this is a report. It is a 290-page document. 290-page document talking about the future of jobs reports. All right. 2025. So it came out this year, January 2025. So it's very recent. Okay. Now, the reason why you need to read this, anyway, if you want to read it, fine. If you don't want to read it, I'm going to summarize it for you in today's session. Okay. So you don't get access to the recording, the documents, the files, everything. Please fill the attendance and get access to everything. Right. Now let's fire away. Now, choosing an in-demand career path. Now, based on this report, there were three things that were concerning for us. All right. There are three things that were of utmost importance. Learning convenience. You can learn. You can easily learn it. You're a busy professional. You're currently working 9 to 5. You're doing your 9 to 5, and you want to change your career path. You want something that you can easily learn. That's the first thing. Number two, ease of transitioning. There is a demand for this job already. That's exactly what you're looking for. There is a demand, and you want to plug into this demand. Now, I know some of you would say that everybody's learning data analytics. I know quite a number of my friends that are learning data analytics, but they can't get a job. I know a lot of people are learning data science, but they can't get a job. That's why I'm saying that. I don't know where they are doing their own, but this is a diary. Okay? And I'm going to share some things with you, practical steps that you can take today to see for yourself that this is a possibility for you to get a job. Now, ease of transition is the second one. And the third one is high salary. Okay? High salary. That's what majority of you said. Money was one of the reasons why you were considering a career change. Okay? Now, number one, like I said, is learning convenience. Number two is ease of transitioning. And number three is salary. So when we combine these three together, that's what led us to those 8 career paths. Looking at this report, and I'm going to show you, don't worry, I'm going to show you everything. So looking at this report, we focus on these 3 criteria: learning convenience, ease of transitioning, and salary. These are the 3 things that we focused on. All right. Data analytics was one of them. Data science, data engineering, business analyst, project manager, SOC analyst, GRC specialist, and ethical hackers and penetration testers. So these are the 8 career paths. Now, in that report I shared with you just now, the report that I was talking about, there is a part when you read it down to the bottom, when you read it down to a certain level, all right, you would see this stuff here. You see this part here, and you see jobs are going to grow, and jobs that are going to decline. Okay, jobs that will grow and jobs that will decline. Okay, so without taking too much time, let's take a look at the career paths that will grow. So when you're looking at this is career paths that will grow. Career paths that will grow. And let's take a look at it real quick. So you see, data engineering is one of the career paths that will grow. Big data specialist, data warehouse specialist, data engineers, clearly written out. All right. The next set of people are data analysts and data scientists. You will see it here again. Where is it? You see AI and machine learning specialist. You will see data warehousing specialist. You will see data analyst and scientist clearly written out. Okay, career paths are going to continue to grow, not decline, continue to grow. I mean, it's one of the top 10 career paths that are going to continue to grow. All right. We also have HR analysts. So if you're still going into data analytics, that's fantastic. When you're in HR, that's beautiful. All right. We also have business analysts. So you see digital transformation specialist role, you see process automation specialist role. These all fit into the business analyst career path. Okay. Now, moving on again, you have business intelligence analysts, you have sales and marketing professionals, you have supply chain and logistics specialists, you have management and organization analysts. These all fall into the domain of data analytics and data science. You have database architects, which is data engineering. You have training and development specialists, not like you have it there, but it's HR analysts. So basically, you're still using analytics within HR. You're looking at learning data analytics to focusing on HR. That's something that you need to take a look at. Now, that's the reason why we focus on the career paths that we have there. Okay, they're not randomly selected. There's cybersecurity, there's business analysts, there's project management, there's data scientists, there's data engineers, there is everything that we talked about. We are all in there. All right. Now let's explore what each career path entails for you to land a job. So this is where we'll go a little bit practical. Okay, we'll go a little bit practical. Now let's explore what each career path entails for you to land a job. Now this one, I want you to do this today. It's practical. This is practical. You doing it for the career path that you want to get into. So what I'm going to do very quickly, I'm going to open my browser again. Okay, I'm going to open. You can use a Word document. You can use a Word document, or I'm going to use a Google Doc for this. I'll just create a blank document, just a blank document. Okay, just a blank document. And also, I'll go to any job board of my choice. Okay, so for this particular one, I'll go to read.co.uk. All right, read.co.uk, one of the job boards in the UK. All right, so I'll come here and I'll search for the job of my choice, the kind of job I'm looking out for. So let's look at business analyst. Let's take a look at business analyst. Okay, so look at business analyst in the UK. So I'm currently looking at getting a job as a business analyst in the UK. Now, what I'll do is I'll come down here to date posted. So you see a date posted. I'll scroll down and I'll say jobs that were posted in the last 3 days. Jobs that were posted in the last 3 days. I'll click on that. So you see in the last 3 days, you have 426 jobs that were posted. That's a lot. Trust me, it is a lot. All right. So you see business analyst, Unite students. I'm going to click on that. That's the first one. Okay. So you see what you will be doing and what we are looking for in you. I'm going to copy everything. All right. I'll copy it. I'll highlight it first and I'll copy it. Okay. I'll select everything and I'll copy it. So I'll select it and copy. I'll copy it. Okay. I'll come to my blank document and I'll paste it in there. So this is job number 1. Okay. This is job number 1. This is job number 1. Okay. That's the first job. I'll go away from it. I'll move to the next one, which is business analyst intern. I really don't need that. Okay. This is another one, business analyst. This is 12 months fixed term contract. Okay. So I'll come to this particular one and I'll take from responsibilities again. I would copy it. I'll highlight it first from top to bottom. I'll do this for as many roles as possible. I'll do this. I'll copy it. Okay. I'll do this for as many roles as possible. And I'll tell you the reason why we're doing it in a few seconds. All right. And then you need to do this today. If possible, you can try to do this today. That'll be fantastic. I'll show you the reason why you need to do this. Okay. The more jobs you're able to get, the more accurate this stuff will be for you. Now, the next thing we're going to do is responsibility. I'm going to highlight again on responsibility and what we're looking for. I'll copy it, copy everything, copy it again. I will paste it in here. So that's about 3 jobs now. I've done about 3 jobs. I'll do this for as many jobs as I can. Okay. So if you want to get like 20, 30, 50, 60, that'll be fantastic. So you see, again, what would I be doing? As a business analyst, you'll be working on, okay, yes, I'll copy this one again, copy it down to the bottom, okay? I'll copy it to the bottom, come here again, I will paste it here. I'll do this for as many jobs. I've done 4 currently. I'll just make it 5 so that we don't waste too much time on this. Okay, I'll make it about 5 of them. Okay, senior business analyst 3 days ago. That's also a very good one. I'll copy this one. Okay, so let me just copy this again. I'll copy it down to the bottom. Okay, what did you bring to the role? What is it for you? Okay, so I'll copy it again. I'll come back to that document. I'll paste it. Just a blank document. You don't need to do anything serious. You don't need to do anything at all. So just for the sake of just for extra sake, I'll do one more, just for the sake of being extra. Okay. Responsibilities, change management. I'll copy everything, copy it, and I'll come back here and I'll paste it. Okay. So I have 6 roles. Like I said, please, you can do more. You should have at least 20 to 30, if possible 40. The more that you have, the better this stuff will work for you. All right. So now I'm going to open a new tab and I'll type in Jason Davis, word cloud. Okay. Jason Davis, word cloud. Okay. So you see, that's the first one that you see there, word cloud generator, Jason Davis. That's what you're looking for. Click on that. Okay, click on that, and whatever you have here, I'm going to select everything and I'll delete it. So this is what I did. This is actually what I did when I was looking at getting a job. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, and I'm showing you this is for free. Okay, free of charge, and you need to do this today, if possible tomorrow. Okay, now take a look at all the things, all the job description that you've copied so far. Copy and pasted, copy and pasted, copy and pasted. All the responsibilities, all the job functions that you've done, all the things that you've copied and pasted. I'm going to copy everything. So from top to bottom, I'll copy every single thing that I've copied in the 6 job roles, that I've copied so far in the last 5 minutes. I'll copy everything. Okay, I'll copy everything. I'll come to my word cloud generator. Okay, I'll come here and I will paste it in here. Okay. Now, what is this thing going to do for me? Don't worry. Okay. Number of words, I'm going to reduce it to, let's say 100, first of all. The top 100 words. The top 100 words is what I'm looking out for. All right. So what I'll come here again, I'll click on go. Okay. And this will tell me the things that are very important in the role of a business analyst. So these are the top 100 words that seem to appear every time. Okay, the top 100 words that seems to appear in most of the job description that we posted. Okay, so it means most of the roles that I posted, all right, these were the top 100 words. And this is why I said you need to do more. So if you can get like 20, 30, then clearly you get to see what to prioritize when you're looking at transition into a tech space, into the career path of your choice. So you see what we did? We went to the job board, we searched for this career path, okay? And what did we do? We copied the requirements, okay? The requirement, the qualification, the things that you need in order for you to get a job. We copied about 6. I said, if you can do more, better. If you can get like 30, 40, 50, that's the more the better, the more the merrier, okay? So currently I did just 6. But based on the 6 that I did, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it, squarely at this point in time. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let me just make sure this is a bit, let me say orientation, I'll put it at 0. So it is straight, okay? There we go. So I keep it straight. I want to keep it straight so you can all see that people are not slanting here and there. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the words now. Let's take a look at the word. Okay. So you see, what is one thing that came out again? Experience. You can see the 2 things I talked about, skills and experience. Please tell me where you've seen certificates. Please tell me where you see IIBA, CBAP, I this, I that, all this, and all the things that you are currently looking at. all the things that you feel like you need, the things that you feel you need, and the things that you actually need are two separate things. Oh, I can't get a job now. I need to go and work on getting the certificate. Please copy as many job description as you can and use this word cloud. Then to give you perspective as to what you actually need, skills and experience, clearly stating out in it from just 6 jobs, from just the 6 jobs that you need. All right. The other thing that definitely still sticks out, you would see stuff around, analysis. Okay, so any form of the user change management, stakeholders, process analysts. You see stuff around this. So you see what actually matters in order for you to get a job. Let me take it to 250, what it was before. It will give us more words this time around. Okay, it will give us more words this time around. So you can start to see other things that are in here. Skills and experience is still number 1. Business, because we are obviously looking at the business analyst role, that's why it is big in there. Okay. So sorry, I think I clicked on something. Get away. Oh, okay. So you see requirement gathering, requirements, anything that has to do with requirements is something we're looking at. Improvement. So that's like literally your job as a business analyst, improving processes and all that. Okay, change management is something that you need to take into consideration. Process is something you need to talk about, and so on and so forth. So you see, these will give you perspective as to what you need to go and chase. So the reason why I'm not doing this for everybody, okay, is because you can actually do this by yourself. Okay, you can do this by yourself. So looking at the career path that you want to go into, you want to become a data analyst, you want to become a data scientist, you want to become a data cybersecurity professional, project manager. Do this for as many jobs as you can. Copy those things, put it into the word cloud. It will give you perspective as to what you need to focus on. Now, if you learned something new, guys, give me a 1 in the chat. Let me see. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've learned something good in today's session. If you're going to try this, give me a 1 also. Awesome. I love that. I honestly love it. Okay, awesome. So please ensure you fill the attendance so you can get access to all these things that we did and you can try to practice it at your own time. All right, please fill the attendance, okay, so you can get the recording, you can get the links. So all these links I'm talking about, the links are there. So you see, click here to visit the website. All these things are there for you, okay? Now, I've broken it down, and this, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, once you do the stuff I told you to do, you would see this in there. You would see literally all the things. So I did this in order for you to have access to all this, okay? So majority of the tools that you need for data analytics, Excel, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, these are like the major tools that you need to learn. Data science, when you're talking about your ML, you're talking about your deep learning, AI, but you're also talking about your cloud. So you're working with AWS, Azure, GCP, Excel also is still like the major tool that you still get to work with. SQL, Tableau are like the major tool for data scientists. So the tools, the technologies and the job roles that you can apply for, the experience that you need to get a job, these things are all there for you to read, for you to take access to for you to get access to. All right, so fill the attendance so you can take out time to look at these things by yourself, okay? So a lot of people look at data analytics and feel like they can only work as data analysts. But there are other forms of roles that you could actually take into consideration. There are so many other roles you can actually take into consideration. So data analytics, you can work as a data analyst, product analyst, supply chain analyst, logistics analyst, operations analyst, procurement. The list goes on and on and on and on. All right. Data scientist, the same thing. Do you know as a data scientist, you can apply for data analyst roles? Yes, you can, 100%. All right. Forecasting analyst, big data analyst, computer vision engineer, NLP developer, market research analyst. So many roles you can actually apply to. The experience that you need, they're all written there for you to take advantage of. Data engineering, the same thing, PySpark, DBT, you're working with your cloud platform, AWS, Azure, GCP, Azure, and AWS, okay? You're working with other SQL platform, NoSQL platforms, Python, Linux, and so on. Data engineering, you can work as a BI engineer, big data engineer, ETL developer, data platform engineer, analytics engineer, AWS cloud engineer, and so on and so forth. All right. There are so many roles in there that you can actually take advantage of. Same thing with business analysis, same thing with project management. These are the tools, technologies that you can work with. These are some of the job titles that you can actually get into. And these are the experience that you need in order for you to get the job. So you see, when you combine these things together, I mean, it will give you perspective to what you need to focus on. And that's the reason why we've had so much success. Okay, because they're not darling and you're not just trying and seeing what sticks. You're actually doing what you need to do in order for you to get a job. Okay? The same thing with some analysts, ethical hacking and pen testers, and GRC analysts. Okay, these are the tools and technologies that you get to work with, some of the job titles that you're going to work with, that you can apply to, and the experience needed in order for you to get a job. All right, so for SOC, you have Splunk, you have Microsoft Defender, you have Snot, you have Wireshark, Autopsy, and so on and so forth. Ethical hacking, you have the Wireshark, you have the Burp Suite, Metasploit, Nikto, SQL Map, and so on and so forth. All right, GRC, the same thing. Even though it's not technical, you get to still learn some, open source and some other applications that you get to work with in order for you to understand cybersecurity as a whole. All right, so you see, it's very extensive and covers all the things you need to learn in order for you to get a job. That's what we're looking at, okay? So the almighty job formula, this is what you need to learn. If you didn't pick up anything that we've said so far in today's session, you need to understand this. In order for you to get a job today, this is the formula you need to know. It's called the almighty job formula. The almighty job formula. It's the technical skill plus your experience plus your employability skills. So you see here, you have your technical skills, here, but it also comes with an exponent, except EX. So that EX is called experience. So if today you're focusing on learning technical skills, you're buying courses on Udemy, on Coursera, you're going on YouTube to learn technical stuff, but you don't have experience, it's not going to get you the job. Okay, so technical skills with experience plus employability skills gets you your job. All right, and that's where Amdari comes in. Okay, that's where Amdari comes in to help you achieve what you need to achieve. All right, technical skills plus experience and your employability skills guarantees you that job offer. Now, when you talk about employability skills, these are the 7 things that you need to have. And these are the things that we're going to help you out with. We would help you. We will do this for you. Number 1 is your CV. We're going to help you revamp and review your CV. So that CV that you're using to apply for jobs and you're not getting called back, this would help you. It would literally help you adjust and revamp your past experience. Oh, I've never done anything that career path before. How do I create my CV? You have nothing to worry about. We will do that for you. Number 2 is LinkedIn optimization. We're also going to help you optimize your LinkedIn. Okay, we're also going to help you optimize your LinkedIn to ensure that you're getting calls from recruiters and so on. Number 3, navigating the job market. I give you a snippet, and let me do something very quick for you guys. Very quick. Okay, so you see, I'm going to do that of cybersecurity. So let's say take a look at GRC analysts. So people are interested in GRC analysts. You can give me a thumbs up if you're interested in GRC. Give me a thumbs up. Let me see. So if you're interested in GRC analysts, for example, you find out that if you're this in the last 13 days, in the last 3 days, only 13 jobs are available. So if you come here and you're looking at GRC analyst, okay, or even let's just search for the keyword GRC, okay, and let's see if we have quite a number of roles that come out. In the last 3 days, only 13 jobs are posted. That has GRC inside. It's just 13 jobs. So a lot of people will feel like there are no jobs in this particular role. But now, take for example, let's look for one keyword: compliance. Okay, compliance. All right, so compliance supervisor, compliance manager, compliance analyst, and so on. Now let's take a look at this. Sorry, compliance. I'm going to clear out all the filters I have there. Okay. All right, so if you take a look at the compliance now, just looking at compliance roles in the UK, they posted 132 were posted today. In the last 3 days, 3,496 jobs were posted. So when you're looking at compliance, it's still one of the sub-arm of GRC. It is governance, risk, and compliance. Governance, risk, and compliance. So that's where compliance comes into play. Do you understand? So you see, when we're talking about navigating job markets, it's actually knowing exactly what job opportunity to look out for. So if you're a data analyst, for example, you're looking at getting into data analytics. If you're looking at doing that, give me a thumbs up. Let me see the people that are interested in data analytics. So somebody's saying, what is GRC? GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. So is something that is a part of GRC, is a part of cybersecurity that you get to work with. Okay. So I can see the data analyst now. So a lot of data analysts now, let's take a look at data analysts. Date posted, 12 were posted today. In the last 3 days, 571 were posted. But guess what? There are other roles you can also apply to, not just data analysts. All right. So if I look at customer analyst, for example, customer, okay, you still see quite a number of jobs are posted again. Customer insight, customer data. But in the same vein, there is also supply chain. Okay, supply chain analyst that you would also get access to. There is also operations analyst, operations. Okay, so you see, knowing exactly what to type in order for you to get a job, that's exactly where this comes in play. The same thing with all the career path, business analysts. You're looking at going into business analysts. All right, it's not just you going there and say, I'm looking for business analyst roles. There are quite a number of other roles you can look at. All right, there is also what we call a process analyst. Okay, there's process analyst, there's change management. There are so many roles you can actually apply to. So these are the things that will help you when we're talking about navigating the job market. Interview preparation will prepare you for interviews. Every interview that you're going for will prepare you for it. Mentorship sessions will bring in people that have gone through the same thing that you're going through, and we get them to talk to you about how you can also transition. Number 6, work reference. I'm going to share some work reference letter that we've gotten in the past, just to show you that you need work reference in order for you to get a job in the UK. Last but not the least, on-the-job support. On-the-job support is something imperative for you to get started. All right, so CV review, LinkedIn optimization, navigating the job market, interview preparation, mentorship session, job reference letter, on-the-job support. These are the things that we're going to help you out with when it comes to employability. Like literally, you are not raising up your hand, you're not raising up your finger to do any of these things. We are going to do it for you. All right. And now, if it meant, how can Amdari help you? Okay, so 15 minutes more to the end of the session. How can Amdari help me get a job in the UK? That's literally what we're looking at. So I usually say this: Amdari is your one-stop shop. Amdari is your one-stop shop. So we're going to help you with learning, we're going to help you with packaging, and we're going to help you with applying. Okay, so let's start with the learning aspect, and that's where the work experience program comes in. So you see, with Amdari Rave, it's a work experience program, and that's where I'm going to show you real quick. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the projects, some of the things that you get to work with, and other things that you're going to be working with. So you see, during the project, I'm going to go to the Google Classroom. This is where all your materials, all the things that you're going to use during the work experience program, the internship, this is where everything is going to be. All right. So take, for example, you're interested in data science. All right. All right. You're interested in data science. So you can come here to classwork and I will see, all the materials that you have in there. So you see, this is some of the projects that you get to work with. Now, take for example, if you're interested in data science, okay? So I will come here to look at the project. Let's take a look at a brief look at the project, okay? You see MedOptics AI, personalized treatment optimization in European healthcare. So now if you're in healthcare and you're looking at transitioning from healthcare to, let's say, data science role, now this project affords you the opportunity to gain experience, practical experience in solving a real business challenge. Okay, so MedOptics AI, personalized treatment optimization in and European healthcare. All right, so MedOptics overview. MedOptics is a UK German healthcare startup partnering with the NHS and private clinics to improve patient outcomes in physical therapy. Now, what are you supposed to do here? What is your key role here? Okay, let's take a look at this together. Okay, so what you're going to be doing now is predictive modeling and intervention simulation. So what you're going to do in this project, you're going to be performing what we call predictive modeling, and you're also going to be doing a bit of simulation. So you're going to implement dropout prediction. You're going to develop adherence forecast. You're going to be building a forecast. You're going to also going to utilize Sharp for model interpretation and explainability. Okay. So for intervention simulation, you're going to simulate motivational nuggets, track uplift and bootstrap, t-test and statistical validation. So you're going to be building an actual project. You're going to be working on this, and this would be in your portfolio that you can use in order for you to get a job. Some of the technologies you're going to be working with Python, obviously. You're going to work with Python, GitHub Actions, Docker for containerization. You're going to be working with Heroku for your, for coding and everything that you're going to be doing there. Now, that's for data science. And, that's just one project. I don't want to waste too much time looking at all the projects. Let's take a look at business analyst also. So you see, this is another project you're going to do for business analysts. This is a telecare connect expansion project. Okay, so when you take a look at this, let's take a look at this real quick. The project you're going to be working on. Okay, give it a second. Solution materials now. So this is the submission portal view instructions, and you see the project in there. Okay. So this is a Telecare Connect expansion project, enhancing access to healthcare in the UK. This is another healthcare project for people that are looking at gaining experience within the healthcare space. This is one project that you can work on to get you that kind of experience. So company overview and core services. This particular company was founded in 2002. Telecare Connect is a global leader in telemedicine, providing virtual consultation for primary care, mental health, and specialized services. So basically that's the company itself. So their challenges at the moment: limited internet access, lack of awareness, system integration issues, regulatory reimbursement, and so on and so forth. So you're going to be working based on this project. Now the good thing about this project is nobody's going to leave you alone to figure out this project yourself. You will be assigned a mentor. You'll be assigned a mentor that will literally hold your hands and guide you through the project solution. Okay, that will hold your hands and guide you through learning and working on this project along side by side each other. Not you trying to figure out things yourself. You're going to be working with these mentor, with this specialist, and the specialist would be, these guys have experience, minimum of 5 to 10 years of experience, and they will be the ones who would help you learn and also gain the experience that you need in order for you to get a job. So you can see what they're doing here now. This is week 2, explanation, Telecare Connect projects. This is the project mission. But before building anything, we must understand how the process works now. That's the as is project, as is process. Imagine a better way it should work. That's the to be. Okay, that's the future state, current state, and future state. Discover what's missing, gap analysis. Then the last but not the least, design the system and how it stores data. System design plus data modeling. So you're going to be working with an actual business analyst that has experience in the role, all right? And we're working with you building this solution to this particular project. At the end of the day, how does this make you experience? How does this give you experience? The more projects that you work on, the more confidence that you have, the more that when you go for an interview and they ask you questions as to, can you tell me about a time you did X, Y, Z? You can talk confidently about the projects that you worked on. All right. Oh, I remember working for one of the largest, healthcare companies based in the UK. Oh, I worked on this particular project, as a consultant with Amdari. We're able to deliver this, we're able to build this for this particular organization. So you see, these are how and ways you are going to learn and also gain experience at the same time. So as you're learning, you're also gaining experience. So for the data analyst in the house, this is another project. This is one of the projects our guys are working on. So you see, optimizing e-commerce, customer segmentation, and sales strategy. Now, these are the things that you need to learn in order for you to get a job. These are the things that you need to know. These are the things that you need to have experience in order for you to get a job. So rather than going buying a course, go and do a certificate, Google Data Analyst, and all those certificates that you're looking at gaining. This is actually what you need in order for you to get a job. Experience. Go back to the word plan. Let me show you again. Experience is what you're looking for. Consistently, that's something that appears majority of the places. So these are you build, you learn, and you also gain experience. The other thing that we also help you out with is we also help you with, short course that you can also get to work with. So once you register for the platform or you register for a program, part of the internship or work experience program, you're also going to gain access to what we call the learn page. Learn. Okay, you get access to the learn page. So let me just give you a quick look at the learn. And you see with learn, you have a ton of courses that you can actually take. So if you're in project management and you want to learn project management, okay, we have courses on project management. So you see project management fundamentals, we see introduction to project management, project initiation phase, leadership and communication, project planning, and so on and so forth. If you're interested in data analytics, the same thing. Introduction to data analytics, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Fabric, SQL, and Tableau. All right. So now moving on to the next one, you see again, you have quite a number of cybersecurity. We have quite a number of courses that you can also take in there. We have introduction to cybersecurity. We have network security and incident detection. We have SOC analysis and log analysis. We have cyber threat and attack vectors. We have short courses for you to take in order for you to get the experience and knowledge that you need to get started. All right. Now, in terms of packaging, employability, we're going to help you with CV review, LinkedIn optimization, mentorship, interview preparation, on-the-job support, job references, and so on and so forth. So everything that you need. And that's why I called it the one-stop shop platform. One-stop shop platform because we're going to help you with learning, gaining the experience that you need, also with employability services, and also with application. So on the same job, on the same website, our website, Amdare website, you will also see a job board. Now with this job board, you can apply to any job anywhere, remote jobs, specifically remote jobs, literally across the world. So you see this one is in Ontario, senior engineer, that's data engineering, okay? And you see quite a number of roles, technical project manager, okay? This is fully remote. And what we have done is we have combined remote jobs from majority of the job platforms that you have today. So LinkedIn, Career Builder, to Well-Found, to GitHub, to Flex Jobs, to Simply Hired. We are scraping remote jobs from this platform and we're making them easily accessible for you to apply to. So if you're interested in this particular role, you can just click on apply now and it takes you to, this one is currently on Indeed. It's coming from Indeed. Okay, so it's going to verify, it takes a few seconds for it to do that. And this is basically a role. And you see this is a fully remote role with Simpson Associates. And an actual role, all you need to do is click on apply and you're good to go. So you see, these are the things that we're doing for you in order for you to get a job. So you're going to learn on the platform. You're going to be able to, we are going to package you and you'll also be able to apply for jobs. Okay. So like I said earlier, it always seems impossible until it is done. It always seems impossible. It looks hard. If you remember, it doesn't look as simple as you said it today. A lot of people are learning, but like I said, you're not a lot of people. So if I focus on myself, if I had focused to say that a lot of people are not getting jobs in my country, in the country, at the time when I was looking at getting a job, let me just continue working in the warehouse. It's difficult for people to get a job. I've tried in the past, I couldn't get a job. Nobody can get a job. But I can tell you for free, quite a number of people are getting jobs, especially when you go through Amdare. So this is Martha again. This is Martha. Let me see if I can quickly play the video. Just give me a second. I'm just going to play this for maybe 2 minutes. It's about a minute video. It's there. This is the reason why I said you should fill the form so you can get access to the material. So you can click on these things and you can listen to it yourself. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to share my screen so you can hear this. This is the only one I'm going to play just because of time. Okay, so window, I'm going to play this. All right, I'm going to increase it a little bit so you can see it very well. You guys think you can't hear? Okay, so let me just share. Let me change the game. Okay.
My name is Martha, and I was part of the May project management cohort at the Amdari apprenticeship program. I am here to give honor to whom honor is due. It's Mr. Brown Uzuko. I want to thank him so very much because he put so much time in mentoring me in the program. I'm saying this because I actually came late. I switched from data analysis to project management. But because Mr. Brown, I explained to him my situation, and Mr. Brown, and I think Uche as well, she's a lady, she advised me to speak to him, and Mr. Brown went out of his way to explain to me what project management is all about, actually prepare me on how to be a project manager. Now, the reason why I'm here is because I've just landed a leadership role interview with one of the big councils in the UK. And this is very huge for me because it's always what I've wanted to do is a leadership position. And that's in the line of what I've always wanted to do. And after over 600, unfortunately, this is a win for me because this is everything that anyone can hope for after spending such an amount of money in you know.
All right, so we can keep, like I said, it's a 5-minute video. It goes on to talk about what the things you've done, how she was able to land a senior role, and all that. So at the end of the day, the question you need to ask yourself is how are these people able to achieve it? Okay, how are we able to achieve this with people that are coming from different backgrounds, different experiences? How are they able to achieve this? And this is not the only person. Okay, Martha is not the only person. We have, this is Betty. Also, Betty. You can see it here, information technology project manager with Amdari. That's the work experience program that we're talking about. So the project you're going to be working on, the things you're going to be doing, the things you're going to be delivering on. So you have it there, okay? In the same vein, you also have, see how moving from Amdari to getting a job, information technology business / project manager in the UK, at least IT Limited. And you see, these are people who have gone through Amdari, and currently they are doing great things. They're getting the job that they deserve. All right. So we have a course starting on the 9th of August, starting next week, Saturday. So without wasting too much time, if you're interested, we already have a discount for the first 20 people to register. The discount is not available for everybody. The discount is only available for the first 20 people to register. All right, so if you're looking at getting started, I would say start now. Click and get your spot, okay? Get your spot as soon as possible. So you see over here, you have all the career paths that you're looking at getting into, okay? So from data analytics to data science to data engineering to business project management to all the career paths that you have here. So it's divided into 3 and 6 months, okay? So you have the 3-month internship and you also have the 6 months internship. Okay, so if you're interested in any one of them, please do well to get started. Okay, so in order for you to get started, the discount that we're running at the moment is the 5-month work experience program. Okay, so 6 months, the 3-month and the 6-month work experience program. Okay, so you see here, you have the 3-month work experience program. Full amount is £500, but we're currently running a discount, so you're saving £110. So instead of paying £500, you could actually pay £390 for you to get started. Now, remember, multiple payments and installments are available. So we have the 3-month payment installment, and we have the 5 monthly installment payment. So if you're going for the 3 months, okay, you can pay it in 3 monthly installments. So for $390, you can actually pay as low as £130, okay, per month. So for 6 months, instead of paying £900, you can actually pay £750. Okay, so that's the 3 months and the 6 months internship. Now, like I said, this is the full amount. Okay, so people that don't take advantage of the discount will eventually have to pay the full amount. So for 3 months, we have the discounted amount of £390. Okay, so that's you're saving £110, and you can actually pay in 3 monthly installments. So you don't have to pay the £390 in full today. All right. So for the guys that are doing 6-month internship, it's £750, and you can pay that $750 in 5 full months, in 5 months. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So that I'll click on the link again, and I'm going to go to my browser, and show you how to make payments. Okay, so take advantage of the discounts as soon as possible. So we have the Rave Internship Enrollment Center. Okay, you can see there, you see data analytics 3 months, you see the data analytics 6 months, you see the data science 3 months, you see the data science 6 months, you see the data engineering 3 months, you see the data engineering 6 months. All right, and you see everything. The months are all in there. SOC analyst 3 months, ethical hacking 3 months, and you have the pen testing GRC for 3 months. Okay, so if you're interested in 3 months program, let's say you're interested in the data analytics 3 months program, all you need to do is click on it. All right, it will open a new tab, and in this tab, that's when you get to see the payment structure. Okay, so you see the payment structure, and you see here 3 monthly payments. So all you need to pay today is £130. All right, so if I click on secure internship, I'm selecting 3 payments, so all I need to pay is £130. So rather than going out to chill and have fun this weekend, all right, and spend the money on, burger, fries, and, chocolate line, you could actually invest in your work experience in order for you to get a job that will pay you way more than what you've invested. Okay, so you're investing £390 in 3 months. So you pay £130 per day. In September, you pay £130, and in October, you pay £130. So the discount we're running today is only available for the next 20 people. All right, so do well to take advantage of these discounts. Okay, now if you're interested in the 6 month internship, all you need to do today is, click on the 6 months, all right, and you can pay in 5 monthly installments. So you don't have to pay everything at once. You can pay in 5 monthly installments. So click on secure internship, and you see £150 today, £150 in September, £150 in October, £150 in November, and £150 in December. Okay, so you're only paying monthly £150 every month. All right, and that's how you can get access to the 6 months internship. So depending on the career path, you see data analytics, you see data science, you see data engineering, you see business analyst, you see project management, and so on and so forth. Okay, so those are the things that you need to do to secure your space in today's our internship program. Okay, multiple payments are allowed. So like I said, 3 months, and we have 5 months monthly installments. So these are the discounts that we have running at the moment. Before I take questions, I'm going to share some other testimonials with you. This is Toby Oluwashola, okay, Toby Abraham, okay, and you see Toby also went through the Amdari Work Experience program. So you can see on his LinkedIn, data science consultant with Amdari. Currently, just got a job also as a data scientist working in the UK. And these are people who have gone through our program. We also have quite a number of other people. We have Laju also. You see Laju got a job as a data scientist in the UK. Larry got a job as a data scientist also in the UK. And we have quite a number of other people. Shell got a job as a SOC analyst with Healthcare Ireland, okay, in the UK. This is the reference letter they usually request for. Olaika has nominated you to provide an employment reference for the employment to Healthcare Ireland. So this person got a job as a SOC analyst with this particular organization in Ireland. We have Renee that got 2 offers, okay, but also this particular offer was for a systems analyst. Okay, she worked as obviously they are both named as being offered a position as a systems analyst with our company, and he has provided you to provide a detailed reference as a reference, essentially. All right, so this is Renee, and you can see here, dear Efimena, you can see contractor, data analytics consultant, so on and so forth. These are another person that got a job, going through the work experience program. All right, you also have the same person also. This is another person, Funto. Funto, I'm currently working with Funto, who mentioned you as a reference to ensure I'm presenting the best candidate to my client. I conduct thorough reference checks as part of the process before putting anyone forward. So you see, you need reference in order for you to get a job in today's job market. Okay, so that's part of the reference that we're going to provide for you. So you can see Jaden again. Good morning, Efimena. I hope you're keeping well. Customer candidate was passed along the details I've mentioned. You might be open to sharing a bit insight into his role at Amdari. So this is reference again that I'm working on. So you see quite a number of other people. We have booked it. I got to give as a data scientist. You know, if you met earlier, if you met not, thank you for the support and assistance. I had my final interview, okay, on Friday last week. Though it generally went well. So I wanted to wait till I got you know, any kind of feedback to share before reaching out. Today I got a call from, you know, I got a call of a tentative offer to start in July. So you see quite a number of people, you know, going through the program and they're getting jobs. Okay. So you see, you can listen to more people, more success stories in here. You can see more success stories in here that you can actually take advantage of. And that's the reason why we are talking about you filling the form so you can listen to these people and you can see what, you know, stood out for them with the work experience program. So people are getting jobs. You can listen to them. This is, you know, you can listen to Laju. The video is there. Just click on the link. It's going to take you to the video where Laju talks about his experience with Amdari, how he was able to secure a job, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, let's go back to, if you have any questions, please do well to ask your questions. Okay. Do well to ask your questions. So somebody's asking in the chat, I'll use the next 5-10 minutes to answer some questions and then we can call it a day. All right, so Paul is saying, can one extend program payment if there is a need? Can one extend program payment? Yes, there is. You have your installment payments. So, I mean, you don't have to pay the £390 today. You can pay it in 3 months. So, £130, £130, £130 for the monthly basis. So, I'm guessing that's what you're asking for. So, yes, we do. We can extend it. What is the class schedule? So we do it during the weekdays. We like to keep your weekends easy. So as a working professional, most people still, you know, want to keep their weekends to themselves to have to relax or do whatsoever. So we keep it during the week. So we only take 4 hours every week, 4 hours every week, Monday to Friday. We only need 4 hours from you. All right. So Monday, it could be 2 hours on Monday and another 2 hours on Friday. It could be Wednesday and Thursday, 2 hours on Wednesday, 2 hours on Friday. So it depends on yourself and other people in your cohort. So everybody meets together and you agree on the time on, we call it the stand-up. Okay, it's a stand-up with your weekly stand-up. So you have 2 hours on Wednesday, you have 2 hours on Thursday. It could be Tuesday and Thursday, it could be Monday and Friday. You'll be the one to determine the time that works for you when you start the program itself. So yeah, that's the class schedule. So it's just 4 hours every week. All right, 2 hours split between 2 hour sessions. Okay, two hours on Monday, 2 hours on Friday, 2 hours on Tuesday, or 2 hours on Friday. You know, whatever time it works for you guys. But we only require 4 hours from you on a weekly basis. How many projects in total would one partake in for the 3 months and 6 months respectively? For the 3 month internship, you work on an average of about 6 projects. Okay, for the 6 months, on average, you work on about 15 projects, okay? So it's a tad bit different, okay? So from 6 to about 15 projects. Okay, so if you need clarity, if you still need further answers to some of the questions that you might have, please book a one-on-one call, okay? The link is there for you to book that call right now. So you can speak to either myself or any member of the team on a one-on-one basis, and then you can ask any personal question that you have. But I would say you should do well to secure your discount because we only have 20 people. We're only accepting the next 20 people to register. So you want to be part of the first 20 people. Once we have gotten 20 people, okay, usually by Sunday, Monday, early Monday morning, we would have gotten, 20 people to have registered. And you see, most people go ahead to go and pay the full amount. Okay, so you want to do well to take advantage of the discount now that the discount is still on. All right, so what if I can't finish the program in 3-6 months period? What would hinder you from not finishing the program? That's the question. That's a puzzling question. So why would you not be able to finish the program? What if I can't finish the program in 3-6 months period? I think you'll be able to finish it. With the way we've structured it, you would be able to finish the program. So you have nothing to worry about. So Pedro is saying work schedule. Definitely, we take those things. We have like a ton of participants that are working night shifts, they're working different odd hours, but they're still doing the internship. Every session is recorded, even though we don't allow you to miss a lot of our sessions, but all the sessions are recorded. So even if you come back, even if you miss a session, you have the recording of the session in there. You will have the session recorded in your Google Classroom. Everything is recorded. Everything is on the platform. So this is one of the sessions that happened this past week, and this is the recording of the session. So you can always come here and review, okay, and watch the video and stay updated to what was done last. So you have nothing to worry about when it comes to work schedule. Will classes be recorded? Yes, I just answered that question. 100%. All classes are recorded. All sessions are recorded. So not just the live classes, but also mentorship. So you see CV review, mentorship session, ask me anything. So you see the session here. You see the sessions. These sessions are all recorded. It's all recorded. And this is me using how to use to tailor your CV. All right, to help you tailor your CV. This is exactly what we're doing here. So you see, this is mentorship session helping you, visualize and also helping you apply for jobs and so on and so forth. Is it possible to transition as a healthcare to tech with no background in tech at all? And how many months will be suitable for you to get a job? So for like yes, 100%. We've helped quite a number of people make that transition from healthcare to getting a job within the space itself. So I recommend if you're coming with no background experience, nothing at all, you should go for the 6 months. Okay, so give yourself time in order for you to learn and practice. Okay, so within 6 months, I can tell you, within the first 3 months, you'll be confident enough to start applying for jobs. Even with less than 3 months, you'll be way more confident, in seeing how you can apply for more jobs. Okay, so for like I would say, if you're interested, go for the 6 months internship and let's get started with you. Okay. All right. Paul, your hand is raised. Do you want to unmute yourself and ask a question? So let me take Paul. Paul, do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question? Paul, are you there? Paul. All right. Okay, let me take Franklin. Franklin. Chukuyem. Did I get that correctly? Chukuyem. Paul.
Okay, I was asking if it was my Paul because we got 2 Pauls here.
Oh, no, yes. Yes, Paul, go ahead.
Okay, I actually just finished my master's and I'm trying to get my hands into what you're saying is all very handy, especially me in the field. Having done my master's, getting some certifications. And my question was basically on what you said about classes, because sometimes our work schedule is quite different. But you said already that we're going to have a recording. Does this mean that we're going to be assigned someone to mentors? Yeah.
So every course, every part of your program, you're going to be assigned somebody to work with you. All right. So you are assigned mentors. So if I go to people, for example, all right, you'll see we have 64 students. All right. And you see we have quite a number of teachers in there that would work with you. Okay, so depending on the course you find yourself, you'll be assigned a mentor that will literally hold your hands and guide you through the process. Okay, so whatever project you're going to be working on, whatever you're going to be doing, it's going to be handled by these professionals. Okay, so you'll be assigned, a mentor. So you can see for this particular project, we have this mentor that is holding you, that is guiding people through the project. Okay. So for every career path, there is a specialist that literally will hold your hands and guide you through the project solution and the things you're going to be working with. So this is analytics, and this is them using, they're using Power Automate. This is Power Automate they're currently working with. So for automation, analytics automation, and so on. Yeah. So those are the things you're going to be working with. So Paul, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. I was the one that asked the question about if 3 months and extending. I meant if I subscribe for the 3 months and wanted to, if the case may be that I wanted to continue. Is there anything like a package, or you have to pay for another full set? Because that was what my question was. Because I actually do not know how it's going to go for 3 months. I actually do not know the whole thing. So yeah.
All right, very good question. So we'll give, once you're coming, if you are a returning customer, we have an alumni discount that we give people. So yeah, you qualified 100% for that particular discount. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So Paul, thank you very much. Looking forward to having you on board, Paul. Thank you. Franklin, let me hear from you. I only have 2 more people.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the same question Paul just asked last. Secondly, I have a question concerning the data science part. I have some background in data analysis, Excel, and the rest, but not so much in Power BI and Python. So I'm trying to get which do you think is best for me? Should I go the 6 months or the 3 months?
So you don't have any Python experience, correct?
No. But I have Excel and
Then just
yeah.
go for data analytics. Just go for the data analytics career path, because data science is majorly Python. They're not going to be teaching you how to use the Python. All right. They are going, well, the assumption is that you have Python experience, or you've learned Python, even though you don't have project-based experience in Python, but you know how to code in Python. You see, nobody's going to be teaching you what is a list, what's a dictionary, how do you write a data frame, and all that. It's not like a class like that. So if you don't have any Python experience, you're likely going to struggle a lot within data science. Okay, so you see all these things they're coding already. This is the project number 1 they're working on already. So these guys they've worked with Python before. So if you've not done Python before and you know how to use Excel, you don't know how to use Power BI, you don't know how to use Tableau, you only know how to use Excel, please come and do data analytics. Okay? And let's help you get started. Does that make sense, Franklin?
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yes. Okay. So that's what I'm advised. Okay. You can do data analytics, okay? And maybe after finishing, you're getting a job in data analytics and you want to upskill to go into data science, then you can come back for that. But if you've not done anything in Python and you want to jump straight into data science, I can tell you it's going to be a big struggle. So I advise that you do data analytics. So Franklin, all right, so I'll be willing and happy to see you do data analytics course, okay? Starting next week, Saturday.
Okay.
Awesome. Are you looking at getting started now, Franklin? What's the situation?
Yeah, I'm looking at getting started. You said we're going to start on Saturday, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
looking at the time. Yeah, I'm looking at the time schedule. That's my biggest problem. The time, that's the biggest problem.
So, like I said, I usually would say to people, there is no perfect time. If you're looking for, the time whereby everything's going to be perfect, you're going to be on leave, you are going to take time out, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, in order for you to start something. You really know that particular time is never going to achieve itself. So I remember when I was working in the warehouse when I was looking at transitioning. I was working in the warehouse, so I worked night shift. Okay. And during the session, I was sharing this experience. I worked night shift. I would work from like around 3 in the afternoon to like 2 in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. Then I would even stay back to clean the warehouse. Okay. I would stay till 4 a.m. So 2 to 4 was for cleaning. I'll stay back 2 hours in order for me to clean. I would get home for 5-ish, like, around 5 to 5, 5. All right, shower, and most times once you finish this kind of work, it's difficult for you to sleep immediately. So what would I do? I couldn't learn because I was tired. So what would I do at that point in time? I would watch a movie. All right, and while I'm watching the movie, I will be applying for jobs. Okay, and when I wake up in the morning again, I ensure I read something or I worked on something before I went to my warehouse job again. So I mean, if I didn't take that time to do that back then, I don't think I'll be where I am today, to be honest with you. If I didn't take out that time to upskill, it was hard. Okay?
Yeah.
And Chris Wilson will say, do things hard because they are hard. It's hard, it's difficult. And that's why a lot of people will find themselves keep doing that job for the next 5-10 years, because they just feel like it is too hard for me to mix it with any other thing. All right. So the people that stand out are people that do hard things because they are hard.
All right. I wanted to confirm the call you said is starting on by 9th, yeah? Which is
next
next week Saturday. So
100%.
is there a fixed time for that Saturday, the first class?
For the first class, the first class afternoon Saturday is an onboarding. It's onboarding. Okay, so that's going to be in the morning. All right, the morning, afternoon, depending on the course that you will start with. So, like I said, we usually work with finding of professionals. So usually it's going to be between 10 a.m. in the morning to like 12 noon, on the Saturday. So usually most people are home at that time. So that's when we do the onboarding session, and that's where we agree on the time that we're going to be meeting every single week. All right, so that's what we're going to do on Saturday. So Saturday, the next week Saturday, the first class, which is next week Saturday, is going to be the onboarding call, where we tell you the kind of project you're going to be working on. You tell us what you want, what you expect out of the program. We take that into consideration, and we use it to design your next 3 or 6 months experience within the team. So that's what we do on Saturday. I don't know if that works for you.
Okay, that Saturday I'll be busy. To be fair, I'll be at work till in the evening. That's what I'm asking. It's all good. How would payment be done?
All right, so
a lot of things. So.
I'm going to put the link in the chat. Okay, so you're interested. What career path are you interested in again?
Like you said, data analyst. The form I click data science, so I guess I have to change it.
Yeah, data analytics. So once you click on the link, I'm going to put it. My colleagues are dropping the link in the chat again. So once you click on this link, okay, I'm going to put it in the chat myself. Okay, once you click on this link, it's going to take you to this page. All you need to do is select either the 3 month or the 6 month internship. So you see data analytics 3 months and you see data analytics 6 months. So secure an internship. So you have 3 months there. You have 6 months. So click on 3 months and you get to see 3 months internship. Okay, 3 months internship. So you have this one, 3 monthly plan, secure internship, and then you can click on proceed and put in your name, email, phone number, and just pay. That's it. Okay, so you're only paying £130 for the first installment. So you don't need to pay like the whole £190 if you don't want to pay. Frankly, does this add up for you?
Okay, it's okay. It's just the first class. I wish I'll be there. Anyways.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, no problem, Franklin. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate your questions. Okay, Olivia is saying, so I currently have 2 years in my ILR in the UK as a support worker, and I'm looking to transition to be after what should I would say you can actually still do it. You can still actually start learning. There are quite a number of organizations that could actually sponsor you, okay, that can buy over your current sponsorship. So if I would say you should target majority organizations that can actually easily sponsor you. So the likes of the big fours, like one of our interns got a job with Deloitte. So Deloitte is definitely one of the organizations that can sponsor you. So target big firms, big organizations that can actually sponsor you or buy over your sponsorship. Okay, so we have Deloitte, we have the likes of KPMG, HSBC, the rest of them. We also have the government parastatals, NHS. We definitely take you and buy over your sponsorship. So rather than doing 2 years of care work, you can actually move into that particular career path, business analysis. Okay, and it's fully still sponsored, and you're working as a business analyst. So that's something you can also consider if you are looking at that. Okay. I think that's all for now. That's all for now. Okay, so
yeah, sorry, that's what I wanted to confirm. Sorry, last before you go, please. Sorry for taking your time.
Yeah,
no
problem.
Months, the 3 months, does it cover everything you've said so far? Like the search engine, all those, does it cover it also?
Every single thing. The 3 months covers every single thing. Yeah.
Okay. The 3 months and 6 months. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes, they both cover everything. Okay. The key difference is the number of projects that you're going to be working on within the 6 months. That's like the major difference. So if you're an absolute beginner, and you're looking at taking it gradually, 6 month internship will work best for you. All right. So these are like success stories I talked to you about. Some projects that our interns have worked on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Franklin. So these are some of the projects, and this is why we told you to fill the form so you can take a look at some of these projects yourself. These are projects in data science, projects in data engineering, projects in business analysis, project and project management, projects in SOC, ethical hacking, and GRC. Okay, so these are the projects that you get to work with. All right, so thank you very much, guys. This is what we're going to be calling today. Okay, so if you have any question, please do well to join the one-on-one session. So we're going to be having a dedicated one-on-one session with you next week. Okay, so if you want to be a part of it, please do well to fill the one-on-one form. And if you get an email from us, okay, with the recording, the materials, and everything, and you still want a one-on-one conversation, please book the one-on-one conversation. We have quite a number of slots next week for us to have a conversation. So remember, it's first come, first serve. Suleiman, I owe you something. All right, I will send you a message.
Yeah.
Okay? Did you fill the form?
Yes, I did.
Are you a part of us already, or you are just attending for the first time?
The first time.
First time. I mean, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll send you. Did you fill your attendance form?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I will reach out to you. Are you currently where you based at the moment?
I'm based in